Netflix, NFLX, 2312. News driven event, jobs report came out, futures are gapping down big. Nasdaq futures now down 28, gold up 44, just so you know. It's a Friday, it's a holiday, and the numbers on the jobs part of the U.S. consumer employment doesn't look as favorable as one would want. So now there's disappointment. Silver's ticking higher as well. The FTSE 100 is down 118 points. S&P futures are down 1810, minus 1.51%. Dow futures right now, negative 142, minus 1.24%. There was a huge knee-jerk reaction. Nasdaq futures clicking minus 28.25. Gold, 43.9 up 2.38, 41%. It's going up and down. It's fluctuating. So here's that bull, TQQ on the left elbow gap down. Someone's going to really want to watch that one because the markets had rallied up to close out August. However, September 1 is starting out on a second negative gap down ratio. Today being the second day, and it's related to the jobs report. So we'll be looking for the left elbow gap down in here. Here's when. The TQQ, if it doesn't come down and bounce right away, if it comes down and it bounces, this is this bull right here. You can short that bull as well now. Now, if that, okay, so the last 5-day volume is right here. All right. If that reverses quickly and gets above the previous half bar, then that means the stocks like the Amazon, the Apple, the Baidus, the Googles, the various other stocks in there as well. Remember one thing, though, that it's an options expiration week. It's the first week of September. It will be recorded. Right now, on the opening bell with the gap down list, gap open down list, the put side is going to gap up in the market on the opening bell, MMTs. After that, we will see what the weighting is between the buyer and the seller. Between the buyer and the seller. Okay? So, when you take a look at the gap open up list, you don't have anything here. You do have a good stock, though, that everybody's starting to move into. That's that GOLD. And here you have another one. So look at the ones that do have it. Now look at that bear, that SQQ. Look at that. 1.08 positive gap ratio. It does qualify. It's above 1.00. The total volume, oh boy. Let's take a look at the last 5-day volume right here. So we talked about how a bear market builds a base and how markets build resistances in price action and they can't go up, and then they mathematically turn, they go the other way, and then that is where those prices weaken. But this bull, every time it pulls back, it starts to put in another new base. Yes, the jobs report is part of this gap, among many other things. But let's watch how the bear funds have been put in a very multi-month consolidation. And when they pull back, they're strong, and then they kind of break higher. And the other side of the other side of that old bull market that's broke starts to roll back over. We went up in the S&P 500. We tested our resistance levels, and we rolled over. MMTs, because that's what we did. So watch the various bases between bear and bull ETFs, 3x short bull, a 3x long bear, But then you need to weight the market. So where is one top market changing and another one is building and breaking out from those bases in price action? Okay, this is how MMTs, you'll learn how to weight the market correctly, which is also weighting the risk. And you can see right here the GOLD is the only positive thing that you have on the gap open up on the Nasdaq comp. Look, first monthly trade, we're in September 2nd, time 5:55 a.m. Okay, pre-market futures, pre-market jobs report, pre-market average hourly earnings. In July they were up, in August they were down. We'll talk about those in a different segment. Now, let's get ready and watch the where gold is hot. People were buying the other day. Look at because these are the gaps. This is it right here. So I will go to this sector later on. Gap open up and down list. Gap open up and down list on the Nasdaq comp. Netflix is leading the way. Google at a 7-point -5.9 ratio. Look in your SMF platform and go down and look at where these gap open downs are, where the price prints are. Look in your application, negative delta downs. You'll find the prices. Once you find where those lines are there, where those prices are either made between the buyer and the seller. And the key is, what is the weighted volume between buyer and seller? Once again, it's been a privilege. MMTs, have a good weekend as well, and have a good trading day for I will talk about at the lunch hour what things will look like as well.